All right, y'all, good morning. It is May 21st with Bookmap, and we are using a little bit of pull skew lower on the order flow and a couple of sweeping topics at the 15 to get us down to 59.09 and then down lower. 59.21 to 59.15 down to 5900. We have a official close under the 59.26, which is an actionable entry, which should get us down to 59.09. We have skew on the book down to 59.15 to 5900 to pull lower. Still doing that. It's been a very slow, grindy week so far. Very slow, grindy week. Finally broke below the pivot, and we're still respecting it, and top wicking at NASDAQ is still holding. It's been a very terrible, terrible, grindy morning. But the 15-minute is still signaling rejection off of this supply at 400. So we just have to be patient. Patient always pays. But that's what we're looking for. We still have skew down to 59.15 and 5900. Still sweeping top wicks. $21,375 on NASDAQ. Here's the Bookmap link. Right there. Man, this is slow. Holy moly. Was that a lower low? It's got a close under it. So you see that bottom wick. It definitely put in a lower low, but it's got a close under it. Closing under a level is the key indication that you've absorbed supply or absorbed demand, in this case demand. So we still haven't, on the NASDAQ, we still haven't had a lower low close. ES we have. Very, very tight, choppy back and forth price action. Terrible. The way this action started, but it's grinding now. No idea where it's going. Yeah, it's just very slow. And now we're ending the midweek chop. You know, the middle of the week, Wednesday morning, it's just so slow. You just have to wait until it picks back up. On Hero right now, we have balanced calls and puts, not a lot of activity whatsoever. If they blat this higher, they got sellers trapped in this chop. Yep. Did I short off the close of the 15? I did, but stopped out. This is some boring, boring crap right here. Look at the 59.10 liquidity. They're still pulling skew down. Right here. So I'm still liking the skew lower. In a very light book, 59.10 is decent there. Terrible. I like the skew, baby. He took it on and off, though. Can't hear Grandpa? I'm here. Can y'all hear me now? Yeah. Sweet. There we go. Very slow here. Where's the risk reward today? We're still not really going anywhere. How do you set your stop loss in this situation? The tighter the price action, the tighter the stops. The more volatile the price action, the larger the stops. Because when you have tight price action like this, with no volume, any counter moves can get away from you very quickly if volume were to hit. Whereas volatile action, if you can catch the right move, you can make a lot of money very quickly, but you're going to have to let it breathe a lot because there's a lot of shaking and baking. If you remember 4 or 5 weeks ago, we were dealing with 100-point ranges on the S&P. Now, we'll be lucky to get a 3-point candle on the 5. I mean, yesterday, we were in a 3-point range for 2 hours. So you have to play things a little bit tighter when this price action is like this. Straight up at open almost every day. Yeah, it's just grinding. Hold under 350 with the 15-minute candle. I think we go back to opening print for NASDAQ. I agree. As soon as that candle closes, the little last you enter, right? That's the goal. Yep, as close as I can. I read someplace if you take your setup, get stopped out, and then the setup appears right after, there's 85% chance the second trade will work. Interesting. Huh. I'm sure that's accurate. I don't doubt it at all. This is slow. Iron Condor Day. Yep. All right, still sliding a little lower, 59.20. Going for the skew, 5,900. What's NASDAQ doing here? Oh, man, NASDAQ is terrible. Man. ES is creeping lower, but NASDAQ is not. Oh, so now 3 candle closes below the 1 minute. Is that an entry? What time frame is that? 15 minute? You haven't had any closes yet. See, all three of those are just wicks. There's no closures. So if you can get a close under, I mean, you pick your poison at that point. 21,371 on NASDAQ will be the start of things to get anything lower. But right now, they're still, like, NASDAQ is still creeping higher. That's the whole reason why the S&P is not really wanting to go anywhere, because tech is still creeping higher here. Mojo, are you here? I'd like to see what the ticks are saying. I bet it's showing the tech markets are climbing. Do they have tech ticks on just tech? Tick cues? There you go. I bet it's showing green. What is an iron condor? Good question. An iron condor is a selling premium strategy. So an iron condor is where you short calls to open and you short puts to open. So both sides. What your plan is basically you're betting that the market will stay in a defined range. And that range is defined as the strikes on your calls. So if you're looking, let's say, at SPY or SPX, if you were to write, let's say, a 59.30, 58.80 iron condor, which is 59.30 short calls, 58.80 short puts, right now you'd be making some pretty good money because you are banking off of theta. The more theta erodes the contracts, the more money you make. Theta is now your friend, not your enemy when you short premium. So on a day like today, it's a beautiful strategy to write premium. And iron condors work very, very well until you write a premium right before a major move in the market. Then you get smoked. Tick and tick Q are both showing bearish and holding below the zero. Interesting. Yeah, there's a rather large divergence here between NASDAQ and ES. Absolutely terrible price action. You're very welcome. I like questions like that. Keep them coming. All of a sudden, I'm getting a whole bunch of Google AI video compilation stuff postings. Did Google just release something? Is that why tech is going? Yeah, Google's freaking launching. Any of my tech bros in here can tell me what that means? VO3 on Google. Google's launching. Yeah, Google just had some sort of announcement. That's why they're going crazy. VO3 is AI filmmaking. Is it? Interesting. Is it any good? The videos I'm seeing here looks pretty good. Google smart glasses, maybe. Yeah, technology is rotting our brains. We're becoming a bunch of nonsense. Google's new video AI model VO3 has native audio generation. You can now generate videos with sound effects, background, and even dialogue with just one prompt. Huh. I'd like to use that. Generate some content. Generate a video of OM looking like after 6 weeks of trend and Annabelle trading. Heck yeah. Trappist said, look at Bitcoin. All right. Very tight price action. Not really worth trading here, but how's the state of the art? Interesting. Google Labs. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. You must be a Google subscriber. $19 a month. You get 1,000 AI credits. Flow Pro AI filmmaking custom tool for VO. Huh. Interesting. I might try it out for a month. See what I can create. Hero indicator tool right now is looking 720 million in calls, 100 million in puts. purchased. So right now it's definitely skewed to the long. No, yeah, long side. Yeah, I thought I was wrong, but yeah, I was right. Bitcoin is rocket ships. If I can make my own film adaptation of my books, I'd rather do that than have to sign crap over to Netflix. Yep. As long as it's used to make movies, I'm afraid they'll use it to make news too. Yep. I mean, heck, they've already been doing that kind of crap for years. Hollywood, which already sucks, is probably cooked. Probably. There goes OnlyFans. I'm sure there already is a AI generated account out there to some degree. Oh man. All right, there goes ES coming up, which means Nasdaq is even higher. There we go, new high of the day for Nasdaq. So another grindy day. Big green, 59.35. Yeah, Nasdaq is climbing hard because of this tech stuff. Google's now up almost 5%. Nvidia's up, is about to put a new high in. So tech is carrying this stuff. There's a massive divergence in tech and Nasdaq, and ES is about to close that divergence to the upside. Yeah, that Google announcement made tech rally. All right, 59.36 still going. Rare move usually doesn't happen unless in tech or tech. Yeah, yeah. Just absorbed all the sellers on the footprint. All that. Yeah. Bitcoin's about to make new all-time highs. Yeah. Bitcoin's flying. Saw someone post that they apologized for Bitcoin one like 150,000 call. He said that's much too low. It's crazy stuff. Bitcoin's now about 108. Things gone from 70,000 to 110 in a month. $3,800 March of 2020. Yeah, don't remind me. Generational fumble. There's been a whole bunch of those. All we can do is keep on buying, diversifying, and holding. Still going, 59.40. NASDAQ is climbing, 480. Now we've got skew to 59.40, 59.50. I guess we should have seen this move coming since every attempt by the sellers to go lower went nowhere. Well, ES went down. Nasdaq did not. That was the key. There was a major divergence between tech and the rest of the market. The rest of the market's deeply red. In fact, look, XLV, everything is pretty much down a whole percent point, if not more. Tech is just rallying. So there was a divergence, and ES went down, Nasdaq didn't. ES almost took out the entire morning range, and Nasdaq just blasted. It makes for poor trading conditions when you have a divergence in the market like that. should have been buying Bitcoin instead of dealing with COVID. That's why what they wanted to shut us in our houses, so we could not talk to each other about buying Bitcoin. Yeah, it's crazy, Kennedy. It's crazy. All right, we're coming about to absorb 59.40. You see the skew is now much higher. They took off all lower liquidity right there. Now we have 59.40, 45, and 50 and higher. And going. Just blastaroni, baby. Blastaroni. Coming up for a retest of this large trend line. NASDAQ is already about to put in a new high. But NASDAQ's only about 80 points away from putting in a new weekly high. Rocket launch. Markets tend to do the piddle grind and go on higher for 3-day weekend. Habs too. Oh, it is a 3-day weekend, isn't it? Forgot about that. $59.50 and going. ES just broke out. New high of the day. Just took out the morning high. Same old crap every day. Bitcoin breaks 109,000, setting new all-time high. All right. Just got on an ES till get the break of the trend line. Yep. Jamie Dimon says he believes the Wall Street estimates for S&P earnings growth will go from 0 to 12% to start the year as the tariffs work through the economy, which means P&E will come down. Asset prices are high, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. I was too busy looking for a short with constant top wicks, but never even looked to plan along off the opening 15-minute high. Well, it had the 3 15-minute top wicks, so I mean it was doing what it was supposed to do. ES did have an actual short, but again, NASDAQ went higher, ES went lower. It was a divergence. It was a great setup on ES. I mean, ES dropped 30 points. NASDAQ didn't. So the smart play would have been to long NASDAQ because NASDAQ never put in a lower low. ES did go down. I mean, ES just went up as much as it went down, but NASDAQ was the long play. I felt like everything was pointing up. I couldn't understand only looking short today. Because ES, again, ES had 3 15-minute top wicks. Like, look. Nothing about the S&P was pointing up. Not a single thing. Nothing looked bullish on the S&P. 9 out of 10 X's are red, deeply red, over 1%. NASDAQ was looking green. That was it, which I wasn't trying to short NASDAQ. I was trying to short ES, which I did. And ES dropped 30 points. Tech changed the bias, yep. Yep. Kicking myself for I wasn't buying Bitcoin at 0.000001 cent. Yeah. Yep. 59.48. Nothing's worse than the guys who have lost flash drives at Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be terrible. Are we going to overnight highs? It looks like it. If tech keeps doing what it's doing, then yeah. I mean, tech is beginning to trickle back to green after a very red move. ES is looking at 59.60. Thoughts on snow? Don't look at it. I don't know. Let's go take a look. Snow is green, 183.30, coming up to 193. I mean, it's been incredibly bullish. I would probably target 190, 191. Don't have any high volume yet, which is good. If you're bullish, you want to have high volume. No, you do not want to have high volume here. High volume says supply. So I would keep playing up to 194 until you see a high volume with the top wick. That's it. It looks good. Should have been buying a house instead of sitting my 6th grade algebra class. Yeah. I mean, who's going to buy a bunch of stuff that doesn't look like it has any value? Like, who would have thought that Bitcoin was going to go to 100,000? Yeah, I got it off. Yep. Something I got to fix. Should have been buying gold. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, here we are, coming to the end of the stream here. Things were looking very top wiki, very bearish, and then, of course, the Google news came out and launched it. And then hindsight is 2020, right? Doesn't look that way when you're in the throes of things. ES is now 59.50, putting a new high. Nasdaq did the same thing too. We have a bit of a divergence that's starting to close, and there you go. There you go. That's all there is to say. I used to sit there and think that maybe I should take a few $100s and sprinkle it across some cheap crypto coins and penny stocks and just forget about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Everything else will rally alongside of Bitcoin. Did that with the two Sava calls before earnings completely obliterated them. The crap price action continues. There's your 4-hour chart. Absolute destructive, terrible price action now for over a week. So we just have to wait for a breakout. Terrible. My trading drought continues. Yeah, Google announced that AI video thing, and it went nuts. So tech is rallied. Working on business cards, not trading. There you go. Started my trading journey in 17. I was in GovEco, made his paper trade when the gray was government. How much through 10K around a bunch of penny stock. I was the only one that got 100. Nice. Yeah, I remember you telling that story. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I need to block out short buttons. This environment is buy everything at the open. Yeah, it has been. I mean, yeah, this week has been a slow grindy, and there's been plenty of sell opportunities. I mean, everything's been top wicked since Monday. Everything that has been gone up since Monday has been top wicked, but the open is what's causing these upward grinds. You just have to survive the upward open if you want a short. There's plenty of short opportunities here. It's been nothing but short since Monday, except the open. So as long as you can survive that, there's plenty of opportunities. And then that's just the way the market is, man. In a low volume environment, we talked about it this morning. In a low volume environment, you got to keep your stops tight because all it takes is just a very small push and boom, the market moves. And it moves against you, with you. It all depends on what side of the trade you're on. So it's just part of it, man. You know. In 2017, I had two Nvidia for 180 bucks. There you go. Before the splits. Oh yeah, yeah, that'd have been nice. Never kept them. 2017 to 2020 bull run was history. Yeah, it was. And then the one after that was history. A lot of history's been made the past few years. Still no help. Yeah, their whole X sector is deeply red. The whole market is deeply red here except for NASDAQ. That's the whole thing I'm telling you. That's why y'all are saying, oh, everything looks so bullish. No, it didn't. Nothing looked bullish today. The whole X sectors are getting smoked, wrecked. Except for tech. What would you do if someone said $0 net worth today or restart your life at 15? What would you say? Restart my life at 15. Knowing what do I get to know what I know now at 15? Because that's an easy that's an easy answer. Oh yeah, 100%. Restart at 15. Let's see, 15. And when I was 15, it was 2000, 2001. I was 15. So I'd have been buying Apple, Amazon. I would have bought Tesla in 2012. I'd buy Bitcoin in 2008. And then I would kick back and drink mimosas the rest of my life. Yeah, you'd put Warren Buffett to shame, of course. And then, of course, still make all the other decisions with the family the proper way. I'd buy Nvidia as early as I could. I mean, heck, man, I'd be rolling in it. I'd build my house out of bricks of $100 bills. Almost put a contingency about no market info, but then that's not as fun. Yeah. All right, y'all. It is 11:30. The price action crap still continues. Aside from the little tech pop there, absolute garbage price action. The market is deeply red. Be careful. If you look at the X's right now, XLV is down 1.1, XLY is down 0.7, XLE is down 0.9, XLU is down 0.95, I mean, everything is deeply red except for tech. So be careful trying to expect a blast off. If you want a blast off, we need the rest of the market to catch up to tech and go green. If not, you're going to have some problems. So other than that, one play today, that's it. The low frequency trading continues. We'll see if we can get back on it tomorrow and wait it out. So hope you have a good rest of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out. See you.